early in the game, had 3 power play chances in a row. Seattle gets 2 back of their own, and we'll see how long we play this right here.
Face-off back in defensive zone. Kraken will toss. Freddie Gaudreau against Anders Lee. Off the draw, one back by Seattle. Vince Dunn around the boards to the line where it's held in. Brian Bullock shooting, kicked away by Grubauer. Here's Vince Dunn on the far side. Seattle digs it out and will drop this back into Islander territory. Carried by Matthew Schaefer. Matthew Barzal hands it off to the near side, up the wall for Anders Lee. That puck was knocked away, and now Seattle once again will dish this off the boards and back to the Islander zone. Sorokin out to play it, up for Schaefer. Down the wing for Anders Lee. Lee, high slot. Barzal trying to work it to the left side against Larson. It's deflected off his tape, and here come the Seattle Kraken back in the other way. Vince Dunn on the far side as he'll send this to the corner. Berkeley Catton against the wall. A bouncing puck right in front of the Islander net. It'll knuckle away from the goal line. Matt Barzal takes it away. Here's Shabanov handing it off to Adam Boqvist. Shabanov through the logo at center. Matt Barzal near side blue line. Kako takes it away. He's got Shane Wright on the left side. Puts on the brakes of the half wall. Wright looking across for Riker Evans. That pass got intercepted, and the Islanders will toss this down the ice, and Seattle regroups back in their own end. Evans up the near wall. Scott Mayfield will take this behind the Islander net. Flushed out from behind the goal by Jaden Schwartz. And New York will deflect it in down the far wing. That's Casey Cizikas. Riker Evans battling Tipnikov, rolls it up the far side, deflected by Schwartz. That negates the icing. So now the Islanders will take this puck and start from behind their own cage. We got 6 minutes to play here in the period. Kraken, Islanders tied at a goal apiece. Jamie Alexiak up the wall. Ryan Winterton breaks it into the offensive end. Winterton down the slot. Adam Pelech poked it free. Seattle will save it. Here's Montour on the right side. Hands it off to the circle. It's Ryan Winterton. He'll cut his way back to the far circle, leaving it for Montour. Brandon Montour to the line. Alexiak turns, shoots, knocked down on the way through. Who's got it? This is Freddie Gaudreau in the high slot. Ben Myers near circle. Back to the line. One-timer. Montour fires, and that's deflected off the near corner glass. Callum Ritchie tied up with Winterton. Seattle maintains possession. Here's Ben Myers to the high slot. Near circle for Montour. He got tripped up. Will play on as Ben Myers on the far wing side resets the line. Alexiak drifting down low to the half wall. Right wing side, looks in front. Jordan Eberle fires off the post. Eberle right corner. Back to Montour. One-timer near side. And that turned away by Sorokin. Jared McCann kept it in low. Eberle left side to the high slot with it now. Back up top. Montour. His one-timer blocked by an Islander defender. It carries off to the near wing side for Jamie Alexiak. Matty Beniers racing after it, but Kyle McLean will take it away and send this down the ice. 4:30 left here in the first. Seattle really turning on the pressure in these last couple of shifts for them. Now McCann to the near line. Adam Larson right side. Larson rink wide for Dunn as he'll throw it down to Eberle. The captain hands it off to Larson, far point. Skates against Drouin. Larson in front off the chest of Sorokin. The rebound to Matty Beniers. And Sorokin will shut that one down as well with 4:10 to play in this first period. We'll step out for a break. Come back with more on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Hi, it's Mike Holmgren from my friends at Toyota of Kirkland. If you're looking for a Toyota certified used vehicle, stop in and see the championship team at Toyota of Kirkland today. You'll find a huge selection of Toyota certified vehicles with something for everyone and every budget. Plus, they'll pay you top dollar for your trade-in. Toyota of Kirkland does all the little things that exceed your expectations, and that's what makes Toyota of Kirkland so special. Go and experience Toyota of Kirkland in person or shop online at toyotaofkirkland.com.
It's a new year, so let's make a fresh start with your finances by joining Global Credit Union and taking advantage of our budget-friendly services. Need a loan to kickstart your resolutions? You'll love our competitive rates and lower fees. Want to reduce your screen time this year? We've got you covered with neighborhood branches and a live 24/7, 365 U.S.-based call center. Say goodbye to last year's spending habits and discover your world of financial possibilities at globalcu.org. Become a member today.
Excite Fight Live MMA brings you a night of raw adrenaline and heart-pounding action. See the fiercest fighters go head-to-head at Muckleshoot Casino Resort at 7 p.m. on Saturday, January 31st. Tickets are selling fast. Get yours before they're gone at muckleshootcasino.com. It's a fight night like you wouldn't believe. Don't miss Live MMA Saturday, January 31st at Muckleshoot Casino Resort.
This is Jaden Schwartz.
This is Ryan Lindgren.
This is Vince Dunn.
Listen to the Kraken all season long.
An exclusive sports presentation of the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Your home for the Seattle Kraken and the NHL.
Well, Al, a lot of action those last couple of shifts, so over to you for a word in edgewise.
Well, I loved how Seattle threaded together a couple shifts in a row while maintaining pressure on the offensive end of the ice. That's when you know things are clicking. Now they got an offensive zone face-off.
Chandler Stevenson in the draw on the left wing side, taken by Matthew Schaefer, and the Islanders will carry it up the ice. Down the far side comes New York. Back to the neutral zone is J.G. Pageau. He'll hand it off to Ryan Pulock. Up the boards. Schaefer couldn't catch the pass. Berkeley Catton finds it instead. Here's Chandler Stevenson near corner. Skates against Pulock. Back to the half wall. Zips it up top. Left side. Vince Dunn shot fought off by Sorokin. He didn't see it till the last second and had to punch it away with a blocker hand.
Yeah, that puck sat right in front of him, too.
Now here come the Islanders. Pageau back to the line. Donovan Drouin will just carry it out to center to maintain possession for New York. Berkeley Catton getting called for a penalty here. Some trigger-happy officiating in the first period. Catton will skate to the box. Islanders on their fourth power play.
27, minor penalty for holding. Hooking, sorry.
He doesn't even.
Yeah, I was going to say that was not a hold. That was a hook. Holmstrom helped sell the call. He'll spin around at the end, but that's what you do when you get a stick in your waist trying to draw the penalty.
Face off. One back by the Islanders, but a false start off the draw.
Islanders are 1 for 3 so far on the 3 power play opportunities they've had in the last 17 minutes.
Ben Myers comes in for the draw. On the right side, Callum Ritchie. Knocked off the puck. This one sent back to the line. Matthew Schaefer to the near circle. Here's Callum Ritchie. Hands it off to Matt Barzal. Ritchie again to Barzal one more time. Left side half wall. Barzal skates in, throws it up top. Matthew Schaefer now for Matt Barzal. Left wing circle. Barzal throws it down, shoots off the shoulder of Grubauer. Callum Ritchie caught it, now slapped toward the goal by Emil Heineman. Grubauer will glove it down and then had to quickly spin out of the way as he had Ritchie or Emil Heineman going toward him.
Yeah, they caught shoulder to shoulder as Grubauer was leaning out to catch that puck. He had to jump out of his crease. Heineman cut his shoulder a little bit.
Faceoff will stay inside of Kraken territory. Islanders 1 for 3 on the power play. This will be their 4th. I would have to imagine the second period adjustments will be staying out of the box, partner.
Maybe not as many hooks or trips in the second period. I think every penalty's been a hook or a trip so far.
Matthew Schaefer, yeah, hooking, tripping, high sticking, too many, tripping and hooking. Here's Ritchie. Hands it back to Barzal on the left side. In for Anthony Duclair. Duclair centering a pass in front to Barzal. That pass wide of the target, sent down the ice by Jaden Schwartz. Ilya Sorokin will come back and drop it off behind the cage. Both teams offer changes. 55 seconds left on the Seattle Kraken power play. Here comes Shabadov through center. Simon Holmstrom on the right side. Holmstrom trying to get through a pair of Kraken defenders. That's Myers and Alexiak. Holmstrom on the boards. Anders Lee digs it out. Shabadov fires, knocked down by Philip Grubauer. Riker Evans plays it off the boards. Drouin to the line. D'Angelo back to Drouin. Left circle, shoots off the post. It'll carry him all the way out to the neutral zone. And Tony DeAngelo back to pick it up. 20 seconds left on the Kraken PK. 1:45 to go in this first period. Tied at 1. Jonathan Drouin. Center point, Anders Lee. 10 left on the Islander power play. DeAngelo, left side, shoots. Knocked down by Grubauer. Rebound to Holmstrom. Back to DeAngelo to the high slot. He'll get it right back. DeAngelo on the backhand. Seattle back to full. DeAngelo down low. Holmstrom to the right wing side. Islanders keep the puck in the zone. Drouin back to Holmstrom. Up top to Drouin to the near side. Now DeAngelo. Tony DeAngelo zips it across. Holmstrom fires. Turned aside by Grubauer. Anders Lee in front. And Grubauer will cover that one up with 1:12 to play in the first period in a 1-1 game.
Oh, there's a bit of a rebound there, but Anders Lee had himself a full handful of Jamie Alexiak in front. Couldn't get loose for it, but other than the goal that the Islanders scored on their first power play, that was probably the most prolific for shots on goal. They had 3 over that 2-minute stretch.
1:12 left here in the first. 9-8 shots. Kraken lead there. A pair of power play goals in this first period, 1 for each team. Islanders will win this offensive zone faceoff. Puck punch to the near corner for Matt Tiplikov. Off the end board, Cizikas lost his footing. Matty Beniers slides it around to the right wing corner. Last minute of play, period 1. Kyle McLean forced it toward the front. Seattle knocks it down. Here comes Jared McCann. He's got some speed through center. McCann down the slot. That shot sails wide. Matty Beniers back to Dunn, left circle. Dunn's shot kicked away by Ilya Sorokin. 40 seconds left here in the first. Tiplikov to center. Kyle McLean left side to the slot for Cizikas. It was off the skate of Jared McCann with 30 seconds to go in the first. Point shot from Mayfield blocked on the way through. And now Jared McCann will flip this up the ice. It's knocked down in the center circle. Adam Larson tossing it back for Vince Dunn as he's chased by Pajot inside of Kraken territory. Now Larson near side, up the right wing for Schwartz, and giving chase will be Shane Wright. Final 10 seconds of period 1. Schwartz back to the corner. This will be put to the half wall. Matthew Schaefer carries it away for New York. Here comes the horn. There it is, and the Kraken will head to the locker room tied at a goal apiece with the Islanders. A lot of back and forth action in that first period. 6 combined penalties in that first period as well, partner.
Yeah, 12 minutes in penalty time, special teams, whatever you want to call it. It was not very much even strength there in the first period, and no surprise, practice makes perfect. If you give somebody enough power play opportunities, eventually they put one in. Both teams with a power play goal.
Oh, I said it, partner. What's going to be your big key to success in period 2?
Let's play with our skates in this period and not our sticks.
Yeah, how about that? How about we keep 5 on the ice at all time? Mike Benton back on the Coors Light Landing, standing by with your first period INT after this. We're tied at 1 through 1 on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
It's a new year, so let's make a fresh start with your finances by joining Global Credit Union and taking advantage of our budget-friendly services. Need a loan to kickstart your resolutions? You'll love our competitive rates and lower fees. Want to reduce your screen time this year? We've got you covered with neighborhood branches and a live 24/7 365 US-based call center. Say goodbye to last year's spending habits and discover your world of financial possibilities at globalcu.org. Become a member today.
Hi, it's Mike Holmgren from my friends at Toyota of Kirkland. If you're looking for a Toyota certified used vehicle, stop in and see the championship team at Toyota of Kirkland today. You'll find a huge selection of Toyota certified vehicles with something for everyone and every budget. Plus, they'll pay you top dollar for your trade-in. Toyota of Kirkland does all the little things that exceed your expectations, and that's what makes Toyota of Kirkland so special. Go and experience Toyota of Kirkland in person or shop online at toyotaofkirkland.com.
Welcome to Decording to Joey, starring Seattle Kraken goalie Joey Decord.
According to me, Joey Decord, you can get closer than ever to Seattle Kraken action thanks to Washington's Lottery.
Just purchase a $5 lotto ticket and mail in the trailing voucher that you will receive along with your $5 lotto ticket for a chance to win. The epic Seattle Kraken Experience prize package includes 4 glass seats, a meetup with Joey Decord, and more.
According to me, I think it sounds pretty epic.
Odds of winning any prize on lotto are 1 in 27.1. Current draw only. No advance play. Odds of winning a promotional prize depend on number of entries received. Must be 18 or older to purchase. Know your limit. Visit wildlottery.com/Seattle Kraken for details.
With the NHL app, you can listen to every NHL game right from your phone. And with home and away broadcast feeds, you choose your way to listen. Whether you're at work, at the gym, or stuck in traffic, the NHL app puts you right in the action all season long. Every team, every game, everywhere you go. Download the NHL app and never miss a moment.
It's first intermission of Kraken hockey on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network. Brought to you by Washington's Lottery. Now, here's Mike Benton.
Game on. Tune in to every Kraken game in January on the Kraken Hockey Network or 93.3 KJR for your chance to win a pair of tickets to a future home game. Listen for the code word revealed later in this game. Then enter it at seattlekraken.com/game on to enter to win. So far, so good on the Kraken side. A battle of special teams in this one, but the Kraken right now emerging out of period one in a 1-1 tie with the New York Islanders. And time to ask again, what are the odds? And that's brought to you by the Evergreen Council on Problem Gambling. Your odds are courtesy BetMGM, updated for the line with the Kraken at -120, with the Islanders at -102. And the over-under is 5.5. The Evergreen Council on Problem Gambling wants to remind you at the end of the game you should still be having fun. Know the real score about gambling and visit keepitfunwa.org. And Keep It Fun, sports fans, if you bet responsibly at keepitfunwa.org. A lot to get to. We're also going to catch up live soon. Women's hockey legend Hillary Knight of the Seattle Torrent to be joining us here in just a bit. Time right now, though, for the scoring recap. The Islanders going up 1-0 on Anthony Duclair. Power play goal at 2:38. Colin Ritchie and Matt Barzal have the assist. And then, with the Kraken going to a 5-on-3, what do they have for an answer?
Down low for Eberle. Back to McCann for a one-timer. It'll deflect to Vince Dunn. Scores! Vince Dunn! A point shot or shot from the high slot ends up by Sorokin, and the Seattle Kraken tie this game at 1 with 9:20 to play in this first period.
A lot of intention to shoot that puck on the 5-on-3. McCann with a couple opportunities. It was the last one that he puts off Sorokin. Sorokin makes the save on it, but the rebound goes right out to Dunn in the slot. He puts it off the post and in. This game's tied at 1.
Matty Beniers finding a ton of offense toward the front of the net and does it once again for his 11th goal of the season. His third point, by the way, last 3 games. That tied the game at 1 at 10:40. Vince Dunn and Jared McCann had the assist. Shots on net right now, 10-9 in favor of the Kraken over the Islanders. Hillary Knight joins us here live on set after this. Kraken 1, Islanders 1 our score. This is the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Experience the pinnacle of club soccer in the UEFA Champions League on Sirius XM FC. This is the place where legends are born.
Merseyside magic from Mo Salah.
Dynasties are built.
Real Madrid do what they do best.
And history is made.
It is a night to remember for Paris Saint-Germain.
Hear the top Champions League matches all season long on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app.
Hey, Jim Rome here. What's cracking?
Hi.
Hope you're enjoying the game. And when you're not taking in a game, find us on Sirius Channel 161, XM Channel 206. In fact, we'll be there every weekday afternoon, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you've got something you want to break down from this game, you know where to find us. Just make sure you have it taken. Don't suck.
Step your game up.
That has never changed. In fact, the show has never changed. We're just back home. And it's great to be there. Sirius 161, XM 206. See you there.
Experience the pinnacle of club soccer in the UEFA Champions League on Sirius XM FC. This is the place where legends are born.
Merseyside magic from Mo Salah.
Dynasties are built.
Real Madrid do what they do best.
And history is made.
It is a night to remember for Paris Saint-Germain.
Hear the top Champions League matches all season long on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app.
Join me, Gord Stellick, and Scott Laughlin as we recap the night that was on NHL Morning Skate, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
MLS, NWSL, the USL, and more covering the beautiful game here at home. American soccer lives on Sirius XM FC 157.
Sirius XM Radio. Sirius XM Radio.
Kraken Islanders tied at 1 right now through one period of play. Again, Mike Benton with you back at the Coors Light Landing in Section 20. And that brings us to Meet the Kraken, powered by Mechanics Bank. Trusted community-first banking with deep Northwest roots and 30-plus branches. Visit mechanicsbank.com. Mechanics Bank, where relationships matter. Member FDIC. We check in with the neighbors of the Kraken this evening. Without further ado, live on set here, a women's hockey legend. 5th time she'll be at the Winter Olympics, most ever in the women's or men's game. Her final one, by the way. She's won 1 gold medal back in 2018. Looking for more. This is a legacy in the making. Without further ado, Hillary Knight, joining us live, the one and only here on set. Thank you very much for being with us. How you doing?
Thanks for having me. I'm ecstatic. This game's electric.
I mean, you get to play, first off, in one more Winter Olympics here. A dream for many, but, I mean, what's the feeling like of getting a chance to do this now for a 5th time?
It's the same magical feeling as the first one, right? You hear your name called, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to represent Team USA on the world stage with such an incredible group. And yeah, it's a magical moment, dream come true. I can't wait to get over there and start getting to work.
Many of us remember gold back in 2018. It electrified this entire country. And to the average viewer, it might be hard when you comprehend what that feeling is like once you get up on stage. But yet many say that when you win one, the craving grows to win another one. How much of that is true?
That's why I'm still cracking on it, you know? No, it's an incredible feat to be able to go to the Olympics and then to bring back some sort of hardware. But to have that experience in 2018, you just get bitten by it and you want to bring more golds to the United States. You understand what it does for the growth of women's hockey, and it's just such an incredible visibility moment, that tangible object you win at the games that you can then bring back to your community and share with everybody.
How long did it take for you to clear your phone out of text messages after you won that gold medal?
Yeah, it was nuts. It was wild. I heard from people I hadn't heard from in a while, but it just goes to show, like, there's so many people a part of this journey. It's not just necessarily us players on the ice. We're a part of something bigger than ourselves, and it's really cool to feel that support, and extremely grateful to be able to have an opportunity to represent our country.
That's what winning gold does as far as putting you in a different stratosphere. As Hillary Knight joins us live right back here by the Coors Light Landing in Section 20, going here to the Winter Olympics once again, but also a big part of the Torrent, and I'll get to the Torrent here shortly. But let's get to your teammates here for the Torrent in this mixer for the Winter Olympics. 6 are going. You're a part of 4 going for Team USA. And I look at this across the board from Carpenter to Bilka to Gosling. I mean, what makes you the most proud for what they're doing as well to also play on the stage?
Yeah, I absolutely love what everyone's bringing right now on the Pro Series, and going to continue that success on best tournament play. But you've got some outstanding players, people who have been there, part of cores before, like a Kayla Barnes, and then you've got some new energy coming up through the ranks with Hannah Bilka, Goss as well. Tej has obviously been there before, but it's an awesome mixture, and we're really lucky here in Seattle to have these caliber of players be able to play here night in, night out.
The Olympic record for hockey medals is 5. That is held by Jana Hefford and Haley Wickenheiser. Should Team USA reach the podium, you tie those record holders. What would that mean for you as far as this stage of your career?
I mean, those are incredible names, right? I mean, those are goats, and they're it's just so special to be able to be in those conversations. And I'm incredibly grateful to have been in the program for as long as I have been, and honored to be able to represent Team USA for this many years. But what I'm hearing is you're saying I should go for 6.
Yes, right. And 6 might be right around the corner here. And at this stage of your career, when you wear a C, it's special. What defines leadership, and what kind of leaders make the most of an impact for you?
Yeah, I think just understanding the room, knowing how to communicate effectively with different players. We all come from different backgrounds, and making sure that we can, access the most potential out of one another, and really know when to drive, when to take off a little bit in high-pressure situations, but really just getting along and developing that chemistry and, advocating for people and whatnot. But there's a lot that goes into wearing the C, obviously surrounded by incredible other leaders as well. So it takes the big pressure off of that role a lot of the times. But, yeah, it's getting your team to get going at the right moments is critical.
The more you win, the more it just seems to grow the women's game as far as its impact, its vision, and the exposure as well. And it means you're a part of this now in Seattle for this first season. We've seen some great crowds turn out here for these home games at Pleadge Arena, and this team turning plenty of heads. The Torrent are in year 1. But what does it mean to have Torrent hockey right now live and see that become a reality here in this town?
It's incredible. We walk into the building for a Kraken game tonight. We're like, this is our home. CPA is our home. Like that's insane, right? Year one to play in such a caliber facility is incredible. And then to have the fans that show up for us is just, it's awesome to be able to take the ice in front of so much love, so much support. You can feel the energy in this facility, and it's incredible. So hopefully we're here for a long time. It's going to be awesome.
You and the rest are making some great strides. All the best here coming up in the Winter Olympics. Thank you, Hillary.
Thank you.
Again, Team USA opens the prelim round February 5th. The Torrent winning last night 6-4 over Toronto. Back in action Sunday in Denver against Vancouver for the PWHL Takeover Tour game. Hillary Knight joining us here live on set. Out-of-town scoreboards next. You're listening to the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Hi, it's Mike Holmgren from my friends at Toyota of Kirkland. If you're looking for a Toyota certified used vehicle, stop in and see the championship team at Toyota of Kirkland today. You'll find a huge selection of Toyota certified vehicles with something for everyone and every budget. Plus, they'll pay you top dollar for your trade-in. Toyota of Kirkland does all the little things that exceed your expectations, and that's what makes Toyota of Kirkland so special. Go and experience Toyota of Kirkland in person or shop online at toyotaofkirkland.com.
It's a new year, so let's make a fresh start with your finances by joining Global Credit Union and taking advantage of our budget-friendly services. Need a loan to kickstart your resolutions? You'll love our competitive rates and lower fees. Want to reduce your screen time this year? We've got you covered with neighborhood branches and a live 24/7 365 US-based call center. Say goodbye to last year's spending habits and discover your world of financial possibilities at globalcu.org. Become a member today.
Hey, Kraken fans, Everett Fitzhugh here for Virginia Mason Franciscan Health. The Kraken players trust the sports medicine experts at Virginia Mason Franciscan Health to keep them performing at their best, and so can you. Whether you are playing for fun or chasing a championship, trust the same medical experts the Kraken trust to keep you on top of your game. Make a play for your health today. Go to vmfh.org to find a doctor.
With the NHL app, you can listen to every NHL game right from your phone. And with home and away broadcast feeds, you choose your way to listen. Whether you're at work, at the gym, or stuck in traffic, the NHL app puts you right in the action all season long. Every team, every game, everywhere you go. Download the NHL app and never miss a moment.
This is Jordan Eberle. You're listening to Seattle Kraken Hockey on the Kraken Audio Network.
Quick out-of-town scoreboard check brought to you by Legends Casino Hotel. Legends Casino, because you're within winning distance and fun is how we roll. Again, Mike Benton with you back by the Coors Light Landing in Section 20. End of the second period, Ducks a 1-0 lead at the Avalanche. Second period also late. Flyers holding a 4-2 lead at Utah. Penguins have a 1-0 lead at the Flames in the second period. Capitals 2-2 tie at the Canucks in the first. Red Wings beat the Maple Leafs 2-1 in overtime. Kraken and the Islanders tied at 1. Everett and Nell have the second period. Next, you're listening to the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
It's a new year, which means a new opportunity to grow your business. WaFd Bank Business Checking can help you hit the ground running. Our accounts are designed to help business owners like you manage cash flow, pay vendors, and keep operations running smoothly every day. Get access to digital tools like bill pay, mobile deposit, signer and non-signer debit cards, and the option to upgrade your account as your business grows. WaFd business bankers get to know you, so when you need help, we're there for you. WaFd Bank, built for business. Visit wafdbank.com. Non-sufficient funds charges may apply. Member FDIC.
Hi, it's Mike Holmgren from my friends at Toyota of Kirkland. If you're looking for a Toyota certified used vehicle, stop in and see the championship team at Toyota of Kirkland today. You'll find a huge selection of Toyota certified vehicles with something for everyone and every budget. Plus, they'll pay you top dollar for your trade-in. Toyota of Kirkland does all the little things that exceed your expectations, and that's what makes Toyota of Kirkland so special. Go and experience Toyota of Kirkland in person or shop online at toyotaofkirkland.com.
It's a new year, so let's make a fresh start with your finances by joining Global Credit Union and taking advantage of our budget-friendly services. Need a loan to kickstart your resolutions? You'll love our competitive rates and lower fees. Want to reduce your screen time this year? We've got you covered with neighborhood branches and a live 24/7 365 US-based call center. Say goodbye to last year's spending habits and discover your world of financial possibilities at globalcu.org. Become a member today.
This is Everett Fitzhugh. Every night on the mic, I'm up close to intensity, speed, and teamwork, and those are the same qualities I look for when choosing a vehicle. That's why I trust Toyota of Olympia. I've trusted Toyota of Olympia with my own ride, and they've earned it. Great selection, great people, and a commitment to making sure you leave confident and ready for whatever's ahead. So, if you're thinking about a new Toyota this season, take it from someone who calls the action for a living. Toyota of Olympia knows how to show up and deliver.
Here's Beniers, a shot, score!
Now, time for second period play on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network. Powered by our proud partners, Liuna, Wafed Bank, and by Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Now, back to game action with Everett Fitzhugh and Al Kaniski.
Anthony Duclair gets his 12th for the Islanders on the power play. Matty Beniers gets his 11th for the Kraken. Also on the power play, we're tied at 1 going into period 2.
Well, we talked a little bit about ice maintenance in the first period. Just watch Philip Grubauer wiping the blue paint of his crease with a towel. I don't know if that's too much water or what, but I haven't seen that before.
Kraken in the midst, or I guess Pleadge Arena in the midst of 8 games in a 12-day stretch between the Kraken and the torrent of the PWHL. A lot of hockey being played under our roof here. Back to the second period. Seattle to the offensive zone off the faceoff. This is McCann. Left side point for Dunn. Lost the puck. And Duclair will take it away. Matthew Schaefer down the left side. Vince Dunn seals off the angle. Puck to the left wing corner. Rimmed around the boards for Pulock at the line. They'll settle it down. Back to Duclair right side. Rink wide across. Matthew Schaefer on the far side, drives it in below the goal line. Jordan Eberle picks it off. It was intended for Duclair. And now swung up the boards and back to the red line for Tony DeAngelo. Pelech back to DeAngelo. Right wing Barzell into the offensive zone for the Islanders. Hands it off to Drouin. Jonathan Drouin to the far side. DeAngelo settles and shoots. It's tipped wide of the goal. Put back onto the net by Barzell. And that'll be gloved down and held by Philip Grubauer for the whistle.
And this long change in the second period almost caught Seattle there. Berkeley Catton a little late joining the defensive end of the ice. And the Islanders got a good shot off from the point that he was a little late getting back into.
Minute 4 gone in this second period. Game 2 of a 6-game homestand. Islanders wrapping up a 7-game road trip here tonight. They are 3-2-1 through their first 6 on this road trip. Kraken 0-1 so far on this 6-game homestand as a heavy shot from Pelech at the line, blocked by Ben Myers. Myers no worse for wear. Will stay on now. He'll turn off in favor of a line change. It's Chandler Stevenson. J.G. Pajot, right side. Shot rides up the shaft of Alexiak out of play.
Yeah, you see Ben Myers on the bench wincing a little bit. He's kind of hopping up and down on his skate. You try and get blood flow going back to that foot as it's stinging from that puck hitting it. And it takes a second. He blocked it inside the Kraken blue line and got up and jumped around a little bit and realized I better get off the ice before this gets worse.
I appreciate him taking a turn at center and then was like,
Yeah, no. I'm going to need a minute.
Yep.
I'm going to need a minute.
Need one. Face-off controlled back by Seattle. Berkeley Catton couldn't clear. Here's Emil Heineman to the left side, rimmed around the boards by Callum Ritchie. Now Mayfield up top to Boqvist. That shot blocked by L.A. Tolvanen. Berkeley Catton down the right side. Puts on the break. Seattle to the offensive zone. Montour. High slot. Shot blocker down by Sorokin. Seattle kept it low. Chandler Stevenson sends a back pass out in front. It was intercepted by the Islanders' Kyle McLean. And away comes New York in. McLean over the line behind Callum Ritchie. Offside goes New York.
It was a good setup pass at the other end of the ice by Berkeley Catton. He goes on the right side, puts the brakes on to create a little time and space to make a play. Puts the puck back to Montour, but he zipped it back. Monty wanted a one-timer, but that would have been a hard puck to release at that speed.
18:03 left in this second period. 11-10 Kraken lead in shots. We're all tied at a goal apiece. Kraken will play Anaheim on Friday. The Devils on Sunday afternoon. That start time moved up from 1 to 12:30 to make some extra room for the NFC Championship game. The Seahawks take on the LA Rams at 3:30 at Lumen. Kraken then welcome in Washington next Tuesday, Toronto on Thursday before a 3-game road trip. Before the Olympic break, icing called here on the Islanders.
Let me know if you need something blue to wear for Sunday. I got you.
Oh, I got plenty. Don't worry. I'm gonna come in blue and green. I got a blue and a green.
There's always room for on the 12th man for you, partner.
Listen, people know my Detroit Lions loyalty, but now living here in Seattle,
now that they're out,
I will fly the 12 flag proudly and loudly.
We're happy to have you.
Here's Siplakov on the right side. Back to the line, D'Angelo. Settles it down, sends it across. Pelech fires, and that redirected by Cizikas high over the goal. Seattle on the right side. Riker Evans settles it down, plays it up the boards. Ryan Lindgren knocked it away. Islanders delayed offside as they threw it back in, so they complete a line change. Evans to center. In here for Shane Wright, who's got Eberle on the right side. So curl behind the goal. Jordan Eberle to the line. Vince Dunn, rink wide, right side for Larson. Down the boards for Beniers. Brings it up top. Dunn, near side. Larson, a one-timer knocked down. Beniers on the rebound, puts it off the body of Ilya Sorokin. Adam Larson, near circle. Tiplakov pressuring him. Gets it off to Eberle. Now to Beniers. Up top, Jared McCann. A left side one-timer that redirects up and out of play.
Jared McCann, who's never seen a puck that he doesn't think he can put on net. Bit of a rolling one for him there, but sometimes those can surprise a goaltender as well. And Matty Beniers with a good opportunity on that shift as well.
You say that in jest, but I mean, Jared McCann is a player that...
Only half in jest.
Yeah, but I mean, Lane Lambert, shoot more. I want these guys shooting more. Jared McCann is the embodiment of that.
Got it, coach.
Yep. Say less, my brother.
I'm going to figure out how I can shoot when I'm sitting on the bench.
Islanders win the defensive zone face-off. Matthew Schaefer sends it up the far side. Seattle knocks it away. Vince Dunn into Beniers, near wing circle. He'll carry it down low to the corner. Brian Pullock has him pinned against the left side wall. Beniers toward the net on the backhand. Hands it off. Larson, right side. And that shot deflected wide of the goal. Seattle kept it alive, and we're going to have a stoppage of play here with 16:13 to go. Puck was sent off the netting in the corner of the Islanders zone out of play.
It's done lending an assist to Bevan Mills. Lines with Bevan Mills there. Pointed to the skies to let him know that it had gone off the netting. And was a little surprised the whistle didn't happen as quickly as it did. You could hear him yell from up here. Hey!
You know, again, things move so fast down there. And there have been times when the puck will just kiss the netting ever so slightly. You and I can see it up here, but we'll play on. Referee caught that one that time. Anthony Duclair to center for Barzell through the logo. He's got Anders Lee. Lee to Duclair, down low. Barzell settles in the backhand below the right circle, and he'll flip this off the pads of Grubauer. Larson maybe caught a piece of that, and it deflected out of play.
Yeah, Barzell didn't catch it clean either. He's a right-handed shot over in that right-hand side, so all he had was the backhand move and had to spin around and get it off quickly. Even Grubauer was trying to swing his stick to take it off the blade of Barzell.
And I think that was Adam Larson that got his shaft of the stick in the way and had that deflect up out of play. 15:56 to play here in the second. Defensive zone draw, one back to Montour as he'll send it ahead for Freddie Gaudreau. Gaudreau will toss it down the ice. Seattle sets up in the offensive zone. Gaudreau settles it down. Here Winterton with the near side, Ben Myers. He'll back it off up top. Alexiak. Right side, Montour to Winterton. He'll shoot, tipped in front. As Ben Myers onto the goal, and Ilya Sorokin will stand up to that, make the save, and hold on.
Ryan Winterton and Ben Myers continuing to connect on this line. Winterton picking that puck up just inside the offensive blue line. You can see him have a quick look over his shoulder. What are my options? Am I putting the puck on net? And he found Ben Myers in the slot, so it was a hard wrist shot towards the front that Myers got a piece of.
Shane Wright comes in for the faceoff. One back to the corner by the Islanders. D'Angelo up the board. Shabanov to Siplakov. In here for Casey Cizikas. Near corner. Now behind the cage. Siplikov wrestled off the puck by Montour. Swung around to the left wing side. Seattle clears the zone. Knocked down on the red line. Zizekas turns it back in behind. Grubauer lets it go behind him. Shabanov. Here for Siplikov. Throws it out in front. Zizekas. Siplikov, wraparound try. Grubauer turns it away. Kakko now to Jaden Schwartz. Kraken coming right to left through center. Puck below the goal line. Right corner, Schwartz tried to feed Kakko. It was picked off. Max Siplikov enters for the Islanders. Is his shot left side. Deflected wide by Riker Evans. Now Shabanov toward the goal. Deflected onto the net. Grubauer will punch it back in the far corner. Matthew Schaefer, left point. Down the wing for Pajot. That pass collected by Riker Evans. Up the wall. Ryan Lindgren, the center. Islanders back in. Simon Holmstrom to the far corner. Spins against Evans. Hands it off to Pajot with 14-15 to play in the second. 1-1 we're tied. Ryan Pulock right point. Now for Pajot on the near side. Throws it off to Holmstrom. Simon Holmstrom turns right side half wall. Rink wide across. Schaefer down low. Pajot in front. That was deflected wide of the target. Now back to the line. Pulock will fire off the back skate of Shane Wright. Islanders save the line. Here is Donovan Drouin. Turned it over to Jaden Schwartz. And the Kraken will clear. Ryan Pulock. Up the wall. Simon Holmstrom tossing to Barzell. Near side is he'll send it below the goal line for Anders Lee. Lee against Lindgren. Throws it off to Duclair. That shot sails wide from the left circle. Barzell up top. He'll cut left wing. Put on the brakes. Dish it right side here for Duclair. Anthony Duclair to the line. Mayfield. Far side. Barzell. Chases after it. He and Matty Beniers collide. Left wing corner boards. Barzell tried to zip it in front to Anders Lee. It was intercepted. And once again, Seattle will bounce this down the ice. 13 minutes to play in the second period. Kraken going to be the beneficiary of an icing call. Offensive zone faceoff coming up. 15-11 shots. Kraken lead there. We're still tied at 1. 7 minutes into the second.
Yeah, shots on goal this period. 5 for the Kraken, 2 for New York.
Face-off left circle. Chandler Stevenson comes in to take it for the Kraken. Matt Barzell across from him. Kraken out-hitting New York 8-2 in this game. Not an overly physical game as of now.
A lot of special teams in that first period, partner.
I was getting ready to say, you're not going to hit a lot of guys when you're playing that much special teams. Seattle from their own zone. Here comes Adam Larson up the near side. Berkeley Catton settles it down. Ellie Tolvanen cuts in front. Stevenson will take it behind the goal. Watched by Boqvist. Back to the line. Here's Vince Dunn. Left side in front. Berkeley Catton redirects it toward the goal. Ilya Sorokin will glove that down and hold on. We'll go to a timeout on the ice. 12:32 left here in the second. We're tied at 1. Back after this on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Hi, everyone. Julie Stewart-Binks here, along with former NHLer Nate Thompson. Join us on Energy Line as we share our takes, stories, and surprise guests every week. Patrick Kane, 3-time Stanley Cup champion. Team USA head coach Mike Sullivan. 6-time Stanley Cup champion Mark Messier.
With over 800 NHL games, I know a couple guys.
Biz didn't have Twitter. No one knew who he was, so I called Whit, and I'm like, how's Biz? He was like, I'm telling you right now, you're going to hate him. Then he'll be your best friend.
Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts,
or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Ian Furness. In this hockey season, make your way over to Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Bet 3 different ways on your favorite teams at Seattle's closest sports book. Ticket windows, kiosks, or my personal favorite, the Snoqualmie Casino mobile app. And the new hotel is open. Book today for breathtaking views of the Cascades in Snoqualmie Valley. And not to mention the expanded non-smoking gaming floor, a destination spa, and the best spot to watch all the games, Hawks Peak Sports Bar and Grill. For more information, visit snocasino.com. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
Members of LIUNA, the Laborers International Union of North America, can participate in accredited, skills-driven, competency-based technical training classes taught by highly trained and highly qualified instructors. Course topics are varied and include important topics like safety, supervision, and industry certification. This fun fact is sponsored by the Laborers, the official union partner of the Seattle Kraken. To start your career and build your skill set, text JOBS to 81411.
This is Vince Dunn.
This is Jerry McCann.
This is Ryan Lindgren, defenseman for the Seattle Kraken.
Now back to Kraken hockey on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Kraken Isles tied at 1, 12:32 left in period number 2. Let's pause for a station ID on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network. Offensive zone faceoff forthcoming for the Seattle Kraken. Faceoff on the left wing side against Colin Ritchie.
2 high danger chances for Seattle so far this period, just 1 for the Islanders. No surprise, Seattle's out shooting them this period so far.
Chandler Stevenson lost the draw. Adam Pelech will take it. He'll send it around the boards. Jamie Alexiak tried to hold it on side. Islanders will clear, and now Berkeley Catton will deflect this off the curved portion of the glass on the far side of the bench by Joey DeCord. Face-off will come to neutral ice.
Now it's going to be right in front of the Kraken bench on the offensive side of the neutral zone.
Second of 2 meetings on the season between these two teams. Kraken lost 1-0 in a shootout back on the 23rd of November. Kraken have got points in 5 straight over the Islanders, going 4-0-1 in that time. 6-2-1 all time are Seattle versus New York.
That game just had a couple of power plays, and they certainly weren't in the first period.
Yeah.
Late in the game.
Here comes Jaden Schwartz in for Seattle. On the right side as he'll put on the brakes. Hand it off down the wall for Montour. Montour behind the cage. Centers it in front, trying to find Capo Caco. He'll knock it down, keep it alive. Capo Caco around the yellow. This is Jaden Schwartz against D'Angelo. Played off the boards. Casey Suzuki is attempting to clear. Maxim Titlikov drops it off behind him, and away come the Islanders. Suzuki on the right side. He'll snap it around the wall. Montour to the near corner. Eberle or Alexiak in the defensive end for Seattle. Kraken going off for a line change. Here's Eberle into the offensive zone. Down the slot for a shot. And now blockered aside by Sorokin. Jordan Eberle behind the goal. Rolls it up the boards. Ryan Lindgren. Back to the far side. Matty Beniers lets it go. Right point for Riker Evans. Evans to the near corner. Here's McCann at the half wall. Back up top. Ryan Lindgren keeps it onside. Eberle on the backhand. Right circle. Hands it off to Evans. Turns against Holmstrom. Riker Evans with 11:05 left here in the second to the far point. Eberle shoots. Kick save by Sorokin. Rebound to the high slot. Seattle maintains. Jared McCann to the corner for Beniers. Left wing is still skate behind the cage against Pajot. KG Pajot. Matty Beniers battling for it. Puck comes out. Ryan Pulock in behind the Islander net. Pajot for New York. Behind the goal for Schaefer. Near side Pulock. He'll send it up the board. Seattle, some great pressure on this shift here in the offensive zone. Now the Islanders trying to catch Seattle in a line change. They do, and finally clear to center. Barzal for Holmstrom on the left side against Evans. Drops it off to Barzal. Matt Barzal to the front of the net. Turned on goal. Grubauer makes the save with his left leg. And now the Kraken will bring it up the ice. Ryan Winterton into the offensive zone. Puck to the near corner. Played off the wall by Adam Boqvist. Winterton in front. Ben Myers, high slot, turns and shoots, knocked down. Freddie Gaudreau up top for Larson. He's got Dunn, takes the shot to the middle. Back to Dunn for a blast left side. And that shot held on to by Ilya Sorokin. We've crossed the halfway mark of the contest. 9:57 to play in the second. Still tied at a goal apiece on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
It's a new year, so let's make a fresh start with your finances by joining Global Credit Union and taking advantage of our budget-friendly services. Need a loan to kickstart your resolutions? You'll love our competitive rates and lower fees. Want to reduce your screen time this year? We've got you covered with neighborhood branches and a live 24/7 365 US-based call center. Say goodbye to last year's spending habits and discover your world of financial possibilities at globalcu.org. Become a member today.
With the NHL app, you can listen to every NHL game right from your phone. And with home and away broadcast feeds, you choose your way to listen. Whether you're at work, at the gym, or stuck in traffic, the NHL app puts you right in the action all season long. Every team, every game, everywhere you go. Download the NHL app and never miss a moment.
Whether it's breaking news, updates from the dressing room, or conversation with your Kraken Audio Network broadcast team, you'll get it every week with Kraken Weekly. The game's most respected NHL insiders join Mike Benton, Everett Fitzhugh, and Al Kaniski, serving news you crave with the Seattle Kraken and the word from the inside closer than anyone else. Stream Kraken Weekly now from the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network on the iHeartRadio app.
This is Jared McCann. You're listening to Seattle Kraken Hockey on the Kraken Audio Network.
9:57 left here in this second period. Everett Fitzhugh, Big Al Kaniski riding shotgun. We're tied at 1.
Kraken out shooting the Islanders this period 7-2, and the last few shifts, they've done a good job bottling the Islanders up on their own end, which is always more advantageous here in the second period, because you can kind of keep a team from not being able to change. We've seen the Kraken actually rotate out all 5 guys on one shift.
Here's Vince Dunn off the face-off. A shot deflected to the high slot. Jaden Schwartz tried to save it. Islanders get through it. Here comes Kyle McLean to the right wing corner. Hit off the puck by Larson. Puck to the left side and wrapped around the boards. D'Angelo will save it. Islanders keep it alive. Callum Ritchie to the corner. On the right wing boards, Emil Heidemann plays catch with him. D'Angelo up top, tipped on goal, right out in front, sent wide by Emil Heidemann. Grubauer made the first save. Heidemann had a juicy rebound, wide open net, and popped it wide of the goal. Here's Adam Pelech. He'll send it behind his own goal line, far corner. Islanders resetting, and this one sent back up the ice. Jamie Alexiak to the near corner of the defensive zone. He and Casey Cizikas wrestling for it. Puck comes out. Shabanov deflected off his tape back to the far corner. Now Shabanov again, right side this time. Turns against Berkeley Catton. Shabanov to the high slot. Boqvist to Tsiplikov behind the Kraken cage. Banks it off the right wing half wall. Scott Mayfield will catch it. Send it back to Tsiplikov. Far wing line. Schaefer down low. Boqvist in front. Pulled it wide of the goal. And this is carried up the ice. 3-on-2 Seattle through center. Berkeley Catton, right side to the middle. Looks in front. That one tipped just wide of the goal by Ellie Tolvanen. 8.5 left in this second period. 18-12. Kraken lead in shots. A goal apiece on the board. Berkeley Catton down the right side. Cuts to the front. Throws the backhand off the shoulder of Sorokin. And the Islanders will clear. Tsiplikov gloves down a pass. Throws it to the offensive zone. Seattle takes it away. Eberle, right wing. In for the Kraken. McCann below the goal line. Back to Eberle. Looks to the near side. Riker Evans had that pass picked off by Holmstrom. And now back to the far side for Matthew Schaefer. Rims it around the boards. Islanders to the offensive zone. Seattle clears it off the boards. J.G. Pageau keeps it alive. A backhand from the left circle. That one steered clear by Grubauer. Eberle plays it up the far side. Sends it back to the Islanders zone. Ryan Pullock skates away from Jared McCann. Up the boards. Holmstrom now for J.G. Pageau. Left side. Back in for New York. Seattle pokes it out to center. That was McCann. Adam Pelech, fresh off the bench, will save possession for the Islanders. This one sent back up the ice into the crowd and out of play. My goodness, partner, we just had a troll sighting here in the booth.
We did.
Yeah, our good friend Bowie hanging out.
Stopping by to say hello. that means you get good luck, right?
That'd be great luck. I mean, anytime Bowie, be careful. He's on his little hoverboard.
Yeah, that's.
I don't trust anything that big or that hairy on a hoverboard.
He couldn't roll in here with it because his head would have hit the top of the door.
Have a stoppage of play here.
The faceoff's going to be back at center ice.
Yeah, I think they're trying to determine where that puck is going to come in. Indeed,
it was shot out into the crowd, but it was happening from the neutral zone, and I think somebody may have been injured because I'm seeing some clapping down below. So hopefully they're not in too bad of shape.
So face-off right to center ice with 7:22 left in period number 2. Seattle wins it. They'll send this down the ice. Vince Dunn, left side to the line, walking in. Ben Myers pings it off the pipe. It'll carry him back up top to the far blue line. Kept onside. Vince Dunn, left circle off a Gaudreau pass. Got up under the puck and lofted it high. Islanders are back in. Barzal with some speed. Pushed off the puck by Myers, but he hands the puck back to Duclair. Duclair to Barzal. Left wing circle, trying to put Myers in a blender. Backhand, knocked down. Duclair, right circle. Had a wide open cage, and he fired it wide as Grubauer was leaning a little bit too far to his left. Now Mayfield, right wing. Sends it through the crease. This is deflected toward the line by Winterton. Matthew Barzal lost the handle. Winterton out to Ben Myers. 3-on-2 for Seattle. Here's Winterton. Now to Dunn. Score! A broken 3-on-2 for the Kraken. Vince Dunn in the high slot off the feed from Ryan Winterton. The Seattle Kraken take the lead. 2-1. 6:23 left in the second.
Well, this break under the Kraken into the ice was late in the shift. Ben Myers trying to buy some time at the blue line. Cuts hard to his left. Puts it over to the far side to Winterton, who's got nothing but a lane to go to the net. He puts it back to Dunn. Dunn's got an open cage. Puts it home. 2-1 Kraken.
Big goal for the Seattle Kraken to take their first lead of the night. So Seattle needed that one in a big way. Now the Islanders off the ensuing faceoff enters the offensive zone. Islanders on the left wing side, rimmed around to the near wing half wall. Kept to the corner, played by Callum Ritchie. Back to the line, Pulock right side, sends it in behind the goal, and Jamie Alexiak going to be called for a trip here and a shot off the side of the net. Here's Callum Ritchie behind the goal. Extra attacker coming on for the Islanders as Sorokin didn't know there was a delayed penalty call. Now the Kraken will touch up the puck. We'll go to a timeout on the ice as Seattle will go back down a man for the next 2 minutes, having just taken a 2-1 lead on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Rodney Carrington, live on stage.
And any man that thinks he's going to run off and find him some little 30-something who's 50 years old, good luck with that. They're a lot of fun, but eventually you have to talk to them. That's when the breakdown begins. So what do you want to do with your life?
Just travel the world.
You work at Arby's, probably going to be a while.
Friday, June 26th at Legends Casino Hotel. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com or Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Rodney Carrington.
New year, new you. Have you thought about how your finances might change in 2026? Free checking from WaFd Bank is the way to go. With no minimum balances or monthly maintenance fees to worry about, you get spending tools and the latest technology to help you stay on your budget. Not only is WaFd Bank a best bank, you'll also get useful tools like voice-activated banking, so you can check your balances and make transfers between your accounts when your hands are full. Visit WaFdBank.com to open your account. Non-sufficient funds charges may apply. Member FDIC.
Hey, sports fans, it's Softy back here. And look, we all love sports, and a lot of us love gambling on sports. Well, here's the deal. Gambling should be fun, not stressful. If it's starting to feel like more than just a game, there is hope from my friends at the Evergreen Council on problem gambling. They've got your back. They've got resources. They've got support and real help. So if you bet responsibly, keep it fun, and keep it smart. Visit keepitfunwa.org. That's keepitfunwa.org, because hope and help are just a click away.
This is Jaden Schwartz. You're listening to Seattle Kraken Hockey on the Kraken Audio Network.
5:42 left here in the second. Everett Fitzhugh, Al Kaniski alongside. 2-1. Kraken had the lead. However, Jamie Alexiak will be sitting 2 minutes for cross-checking.
That was a big goal by the Kraken regardless. That was the Queen Anne Beer Hall smash of the game. Queen Anne Beer Hall is your hometown spot for pre- and post-game smash burgers and brews. Stop in for local craft beers, burgers, and the best pretzels in town, and $5 smash burgers after every game. Queen Anne Beer Hall, located 3 blocks from Pleadge Arena. Why have a nothing burger when you can have a smash burger?
Taking of making our way down the street coming up on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Post game. I might just make the trek down the hill.
A couple of $5 smash burgers.
Oh, yeah.
Another penalty here, partner.
And another penalty this time on the Islanders.
And it's another stick penalty.
Of course it is. Why? Because why not? Because why not? Anthony Duclair will sit. So 8
New
seconds.
York, number 11, 2-minute minor, slashing.
8 seconds into the Islander power play. I think we finally have hit the trifecta. We've had 5-on-4. We've had 5-on-3. Now this is our first 4-on-4.
Yes, I think so.
What else is 4-on-3, I guess. So we're 1 away.
We had a few trips, a few high sticks, cross check, bench minor.
And you're right, partner. Every penalty tonight, with the exception of the Islanders' too many men penalty, have all been stick penalties.
Yep.
Hooking, tripping, high sticking, tripping, hooking, cross-checking, slashing. Matty Beniers in front, shot on, and Sorokin turns that one down.
A chance to play some 4-on-4 here. A little extra ice out there for both teams as Matty Beniers gets himself a rebound there right in front. A shot back on net.
Matty Beniers once again comes in. Face off one back to the near corner. Matthew Schaefer punching it off to Ryan Pullock. Headbands it ahead for J.G. Pageau. Back to Matthew Schaefer, who sets up the breakout for the Islanders. Here is Shabunov. Back to Schaefer through center. Left side, hands it off to Pageau. Schaefer back up top. J.G. Pageau, left side. Off to Shabunov to the near wing wall. Ryan Pullock. Shabunov shoots, knocked down on the way through. Now Matty Beniers takes it away. He's got speed, 2-on-1 with Montour. Beniers left side across to Montour. That pass was behind him, taken by Max Shabunov with 1:02 to go, a 4-on-4.
Tried to change the passing angle by toe dragging that puck to get it across, but Schaefer read it.
Matthew Schaefer down the far side of neutral ice. To the offensive zone comes New York. Here's Simon Holmstrom to the high slot, near circle. Drouin will put a shot wide off the far corner glass. This will carry him down the ice. 4:22 to play. Second period in Seattle. Kraken on top by a 2-1 score. Simon Holmstrom to center. Tony DeAngelo sends it across. Drouin left circle shot. Grubauer caught it and turned it aside. Seattle turns it back over. Tony DeAngelo, right side shot, gloved down by Grubauer. No Islanders in the area, so Grubauer will drop it and will keep play going. 15 left of 4-on-4. Chandler Stevenson forced out to center by Scott Mayfield. Adam Larson will drift back into the far corner of his own end. Up the boards for Vince Dunn. Now the Kraken up to the near side. Alexiak back on the ice. 4 seconds left on the Kraken power play. Schwartz, Capo Caco, score! Sorokin, the Kraken a 3-1 lead. 3:32 left in period number 2.
Well, some great forechecking by Jaden Schwartz. Goes behind the Islander net, comes out with that puck. And as you said, Capo Caco coming off a shift. He comes right down the slot, presents his stick. Schwartz puts it on there. Capo Caco puts it home. 3-1 Kraken.
That goal came right after the penalty expired. We'll double check, but I don't believe that'll be a power play goal. So I think we were maybe a second and a half clear.
Yeah, there was 9 seconds that was going to be left, and I think that might have been at the 10-second mark that that puck crossed the goal line.
Doesn't matter. It'll be Capo Caco from Schwartz and Dunn. How about a 3-point night for Vince Dunn?
Yes.
A goal and 2 helpers. Seattle off the ensuing faceoff. Gets it deep, but Schaefer takes it away for the Islanders. Turns back, and Ryan Pullock will take it away for the Islanders up the near wing side. Redirected in. This is Kyle McLean. Drops it off to Calvin Ritchie. And that shot off the blocker of Grubauer. We've got 3 to go in the second. Ben Myers to the offensive zone. Emil Heineman pokes it off his stick. Seattle kept it on side, but Riker Evans spanned on it. And away comes Ritchie. Callum Ritchie to the left side from his knees after he lost his footing. And we're going to have another penalty slashing called as down in the corner, Riker Evans went sliding into the boards. I think they're going to get Lindgren on this.
Yeah, and, Evans caught a stick in the back of the head, it looks like.
Yeah. So Riker Evans will be helped off the ice by the referee, and we'll see who gets the penalty. And it's Ryan Winterton skating over to the penalty box, but I wonder, maybe they'll get an Islander as well, because there were 2 sticks on the ice. Riker Evans will head down the tunnel.
It was Myers' stick that caught Evans in the play in front of the net as the tripping call was being assessed.
Seattle, number 26, is a 2-minute minor for slashing.
Excuse me, slashing call.
Another stick penalty, partner. Does somebody want to interfere?
Does anybody want to rough tonight?
And a fight, maybe? You know. Well then, 2:51 left here in the second period. Vince Dunn having himself a game. He's got a goal and 2 helpers tonight. And some more ice maintenance, partner, in the high slot. I don't know if there was some Kool-Aid on the ice or what, but they had to scrape something off the ice.
I think that was Evans Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Yeah, you got a stick. I think it was Ben Myers spinning around up high. And had to go down the tunnel to get that looked at. We're not going to blame this ice maintenance on the amount of work this sheet has been given this week.
Tell you what, CPA getting a bit of a taste of what a hopeful NBA team return would do to this building.
That's right. Boards come up, boards go down in a matter of hours.
8 games in 12 days. Not to mention all the concerts that happen here, all the shows and whatnot. Here's Shabanov for the Islanders. Shabanov near circle, sends it low for Lee, back to Shabanov. Center blue line, D'Angelo. Right side, Shabanov. In the middle, Simon Holmstrom shooting off the side of the net. Back to the far side, Jonathan Drouin for the Islanders. Left circle, 2:24 left here in the period. D'Angelo back to Drouin, turns away from Larson. D'Angelo, left point, now for Drouin in the slot to Shabanov, intercepted by Gaudreau, played to Larson. This one sent off the boards, but it hit the linesman and just died at the center circle. Islanders, though, will take it back. We've got 1:10 left on the Seattle Kraken penalty kill. 2 minutes to play in the second. Drouin left side to the corner for Anders Lee. Lee to Drouin, far circle. Larson takes it and will slowly slide this puck back into Islander territory.
Holmstrom got a piece of that one in the air, but not enough to stop it.
Matt Barzal curls up ice through center. Now Duclair left wing. Schaefer keeps it on the line. Callum Ritchie to the high slot. Matt Barzal left corner. Watched by a pair. Picked up by Schaefer, and a shot off the side of the goal. Ritchie looked in front to Duclair. Instead, the Kraken will take it away. That's Montour. And he'll shovel this up the ice with 1:10 to go in the second. 20 seconds left on the Kraken PK. Matthew Schaefer in for the Islanders right side. Near corner. Montour against the boards. Emil Heineman plays the body, but Jamie Alexiak takes the puck. And once again, the Kraken sweep the ice. Islander power play comes to an end. Now 1 for 5 on the day are the Isles on the power play. Actually 1 for 6 is that last penalty. So the one before that was only 9 seconds. Thanks, partner, for that one. Now Pelech up the wall. Knocked down by Schaefer. Near side, Drouin slaps it around the boards. 25 left in this second period. Jared McCann, right to left through center for Seattle. In for Eberle. He was offside. Kraken tag up. Now Drouin with 15 to go. Near side, Holmstrom to the circle. At the half wall, spins it up top. Ryan Pulock shot right on, got through the wickets of Grubauer, but it came out on the other side. Adam Pelech with a shot off the leg of the captain, Jordan Eberle, and we will head to the locker room with the Kraken on top by a 3-1 score.
Yeah, a bit of a push there at the end of the period by the Islanders, trying to get this lead cut in half, but Seattle standing tall, starting with Grubauer, making sure that puck did not get behind him after it squeaked loose.
Kraken allowed the game's first goal back in the first, but it's been all Seattle ever since. Matty Beniers is 11th, Vince Dunn 7th, and Capo Caco's 5th. Have the Kraken on top by a 3-1 score going into the third period. For your money, partner, what's been the difference maker for Seattle?
I mean, shots on goal in that second period, 12 for Seattle, 9 for the Islanders. It was pretty even after the first period, but a lot of special teams in this game too, partner. You know, it's tough. It's tough not to factor that in. You don't have as much even strength time. You're trying to capitalize on your power play. The Kraken are 1 for 3 on the night so far, and as you just said, the Islanders 1 for 6. Who knows what the third period holds? If it's even strength, I think the Kraken might have to get used to playing 20 minutes that way, because they haven't done it yet tonight.
Seattle's been getting some pretty sustained pressure in the offensive zone here tonight as well. What have you noticed about their ability to keep the puck in at the lines and really hem the Islanders into their zone tonight?
Well, first of all, you've got to get zone entry on with control, obviously, or at least a controlled dump in. They've been doing both. And then when you do get that control, you've got to make sure you're passing it well, which they've been doing well. And even when they're getting shots on goal, if they're not going to the back of the net, you've got to anticipate where that puck's going to be. They've been doing a great job at that. So that's what creates that offensive zone extended time. And then in addition, they're able to make changes while they've got control of the puck as well. Now you get back-to-back lines staying at the offensive end of the ice.
If you're looking at maybe an area where the Kraken, at least judging by the stats, potentially could improve on 8 giveaways to 3. Seattle no worse for wear in that department after only allowing the 1 goal. But we've seen teams respond well in third period. So the Kraken, I think puck management, along with staying out of the box, going to be some big factors for the Kraken in that third.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not necessarily closeout time from puck drop in the third period, but you've got to think about not taking extra risks early.
To the locker room we go. Vince Dunn standing by, a goal and 2 helpers here tonight. Vince, take us through these first 40 minutes and your thought on how this team is playing.
Well, I think just awareness overall. It's been a lot of special teams, so just kind of being ready for whatever call you get and just staying focused. I think we need everyone on board right now. The ice time minutes are all over the place, and guys are putting in all situations, so just staying ready.
Vince, a goal and 2 assists for you tonight so far. What's been going right for you?
Well, I think, a little puck luck, to be honest, but I think just everyone kind of playing discipline. I think everyone right now is contributing in the right ways. We're being selfish when we need to, and I think overall we're playing pretty connected. I think it's hard when the special teams are playing such a big factor in the game, and the line combos are a little bit jumbled sometimes. But right now, I think just staying focused and keeping our foot on the gas.
All right, Vince, hey, congrats on your big night so far. Best of luck in the third. We'll talk to you down the road.
All right, thanks, guys.
Kraken defenseman Vince Dunn following a goal and 2 assist performance through 40 minutes. 3-1, Kraken had the lead. Mike Benson coming up on the other side with your second period intermission report on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
The Power Play with Steve Koulias.
If you're 500 right now, you must play over 600 hockey. How many of these 600 teams are sustainable? At the very end of the day, playing musical chairs, there's only going to be a few spots and way too many buts. And the teams that lose will make but. And I think for some teams, the math is already not on their side.
The Power Play with Steve Koulias. Weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app. NHL Morning Skate.
Former National Hockey League head coach and Team Canada assistant Pete DeBoer.
Game 7s, you got unmatched success.
I think as a coach, just set the table for your players that the plan they have will result in a win. There's a relaxation to the preparation, I guess, is probably the best part of it.
NHL Morning Skate. Weekdays at 7 a.m. Eastern with Gord Stellick and Scott Laughlin. NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app.
You're listening to Sirius XM Radio.
Sirius XM Radio.
Sirius XM Radio.
Experience the pinnacle of club soccer in the UEFA Champions League on Sirius XM FC. This is the place where legends are born.
Merseyside magic from Mo Salah.
Dynasties are built.
Real Madrid do what they do best.
And history is made.
It is a night to remember for Paris Saint-Germain.
Hear the top Champions League matches all season long on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app.
Join me, Ward Stellick, and Scott Laughlin as we recap the night that was on NHL Morning Skate, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
You're listening to Sirius XM Radio. Sirius XM.
It's second intermission of Kraken Hockey on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network. Brought to you by Global Credit Union, your world of financial possibilities. Now, here's Mike Benton.
All right, time to listen up. Tonight's game on code word is Ferry. Go to seattlekraken.com/game on to enter this word for a chance to win a pair of tickets to a future home game. Again, your game on code word is Ferry. Great time to also welcome our 26 affiliates across the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network. And a special hello this evening to KBBO 1390 AM and 104.5 FM, The Fan in Yakima, Washington. The Kraken, by the way, 12-2 when they lead after 2 periods of play and looking pretty good right now. They hold a 3-1 lead over the Islanders at the end of 40 minutes. Again, Mike Benton with you back by the Coors Light Landing in Section 20. We have our highlights, we have our scores, and a conversation with Al Kaniski also joining us here from the booth in just a little bit. And time now for the highlights. And this Seattle Kraken Drive to the Net scoring recap is brought to you by the Chevy Colorado. And whether you're an outdoor enthusiast, urban explorer, or do-it-yourself diehard, there is a Colorado trim to help you do more. Chevy Colorado, skate circles around the competition. 1-1 tie heading into period 2. And what can a Kraken defenseman do to get matters all done?
Matthew Barzal lost the handle. Winterton out to Ben Myers. 3-on-2 for Seattle. Here's Winterton. Not a done. Scores! A broken 3-on-2 for the Kraken. Vince Dunn in the high slot off the feed from Ryan Winterton. The Seattle Kraken take the lead. 2-1. 6:23 left in the second.
Well, this break under the Kraken into the ice was late in the shift. Ben Myers trying to buy some time at the blue line, cuts hard to his left, puts it over the far side to Winterton, who's got nothing but a lane to go to the net. He puts it back to Dunn. Dunn's got an open cage, puts it home. 2-1 Kraken.
Well, just a few minutes ago, of course, Vince Dunn humbly stated saying that his success this evening, maybe a little bit of puck luck as well, but he put himself right place, right time off the rush and got his 7th goal of the season. Ryan Winterton and Ben Myers had the assist on the play at 13:37 to give the Kraken a 2-1 lead, and Myers picking up his 3rd point in the previous 2 games. Capo Kakko would then tack on at 16:28 after Jaden Schwartz won a battle and fed him at the right circle, and Kakko getting his 5th on the year to make it 3-1 Kraken over the Islanders. That's where we stand at the end of 40 minutes of play. A deeper look inside our numbers coming up next year from Climate Pledge Arena. You're listening to the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
It's a new year, so let's make a fresh start with your finances by joining Global Credit Union and taking advantage of our budget-friendly services. Need a loan to kickstart your resolutions? You'll love our competitive rates and lower fees. Want to reduce your screen time this year? We've got you covered with neighborhood branches and a live 24/7 365 US-based call center. Say goodbye to last year's spending habits and discover your world of financial possibilities at globalcu.org. Become a member today.
Around here, it's all-wheel drive all year round, and Toyota has more choices than anyone. Now through February 2nd, you can get $4,000 customer cash on new 26 Tundras, or get 2.99 APR financing on Tundra, plus $1,000 TFS APR cash. With approved credit through TFS, excludes TRD Pro. APR cash must be applied to deal. A negotiable doc fee of up to $200 may be added. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Excite Fight Live MMA brings you a night of raw adrenaline and heart-pounding action. See the fiercest fighters go head-to-head at Muckleshoot Casino Resort at 7 p.m. on Saturday, January 31st. Tickets are selling fast. Get yours before they're gone at MuckleshootCasino.com. It's a fight night like you wouldn't believe. Don't miss Live MMA Saturday, January 31st at Muckleshoot Casino Resort.
At Symetra Life Insurance Company, we're big fans of the home team, as in the team you have at home. The loved ones who always have your back through the tough times, through the good times, and through the greatest of all times. So when it comes to helping protect your future, we can be your teammate for whatever lies ahead. Symetra, retirement, benefits, life insurance. Official life insurance partner of the Seattle Kraken.
This is Jamie Oleksiak. You're listening to Seattle Kraken Hockey on the Kraken Audio Network.
Want to remind you again, where do you go for the latest on the Kraken that you can't hear anywhere else? It's the Kraken Audio Network, podcasting on demand, where you'll find exclusive interviews, game day updates, feature guests, and more. Get it now by subscribing on the iHeartRadio app or at 93.3 KJR. 3-1, Kraken lead the Islanders after 2 periods of play. Again, Mike Benton with you back to the Coors Light Landing in Section 20. And time for our building blocks, brought to you by Emerald Queen Casino, the betting capital of the Northwest. As far as 5-on-5 shot quality right now, that is in favor of the Kraken so far, earning their looks, earning chances, and finding production. They lead 51% so far here for this game. We talked also about giveaways. The Kraken might want to take those away as well and pull them down right back to where the mean is here for the third period. They have given up the puck 8 times here. The Islanders have 3 on that side. But as well, the Kraken earning their looks and shots on goal as far as quality matters, like this one here in period 2.
4 seconds left on the Kraken power play. Schwartz, Capo Caco, score! Fresh off the bench, into the right circle, snaps it in by Ilya Sorokin. The Kraken a 3-1 lead, 3:32 left in period number 2.
Well, some great forechecking by Jaden Schwartz. Goes behind the Islander net, comes out with that puck, and as you said, Capo Caco coming off a shift. He comes right down the slot, presents his stick. Schwartz puts it on there. Capo Caco puts it home. 3-1 Kraken.
One of the meaningful 12 shots the Kraken had back in period 2. They outshot the Islanders 12-11 and hold the edge right now 22-20 for this game. So the Kraken, a big second period push as far as those 12 shots, have put them up 3-1 at the end of 2 periods of play. Al Kadisky joins us next. This is the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Your home for Championship Sunday is Sirius XM NFL Radio.
This is Bruce Murray from the Sirius XM Blitz. Can Drake May lead the Patriots to his first Super Bowl when they take on the Broncos?
And I'm Solomon Wilcott of the Opening Drive. NFC West rivals clash as the Rams take on the Seahawks for a trip to Super Bowl 60.
Hear reaction and interviews from Championship Sunday on NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
Experience the pinnacle of club soccer in the UEFA Champions League on Sirius XM FC. This is the place where legends are born.
Merseyside magic from Mo Salah.
Dynasties are built.
Real Madrid do what they do best.
And history is made.
It is a night to remember for Paris Saint-Germain.
Hear the top Champions League matches all season long on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app.
The best player analysts and insiders live on NHL Network Radio.
Mike Johnson.
Just the nature of the NHL. As bad as things seem, as good as things seem, the NHL just has a way of leveling out. Everyone is doing okay. And it's just one real clump in the middle. No one's really separating. No one's really falling off completely.
Get the latest opinion and analysis you need on the home of hockey. NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app.
Join me, Gord Stellick, and Scott Laughlin as we recap the night that was on NHL Morning Skate, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
This is Sirius XM. You're listening to Sirius XM Radio. Sirius XM. You're listening listening to Sirius XM Radio. Sirius XM. This is Sirius XM.
This is Jaden Schwartz. This is Ryan Lindgren. This is Vince Dunn. Listen to the Kraken all season long.
An exclusive sports presentation of the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Your home for the Seattle Kraken and the NHL.
Out-of-town scoreboard update brought to you by Legends Casino Hotel. Legends Casino, because you're within winning distance and fun is how we roll. The Mammoth 1 point ahead of the Kraken right now in the Western Conference. They trail the Flyers right now 4-3 in period 3 late. We'll get you more scores later on as well. Kraken on top of the Islanders 3-1 heading into period 3. Upstairs we go. Mike Benton with you now, joined by Al Kaniski. Big Al, what's Kraken?
Mikey B, what's Kraken? 3-1 hockey game heading into the third here. Kraken with a big second period push there with goals by Dunn and Kako and breaking what they've had is almost the norm for a while, which has been struggling in the second period. So good to see.
Ben's done a three-point night as far as being a part of that, but also, Al, a lot of hands up here from the guys in stripes, a lot of whistles as well, a lot of calls. How do you see the penalties and the amount of that maybe affecting play at 5-on-5?
Yeah, listen, different referees see the game differently, and tonight they're just seeing a lot of stick work by both teams and calling everything. Some let it go more, some don't. It really depends on the situation, and as a result, we're seeing a lot of special teams. I'm hoping that those whistles get put away here in the third period, and the boys can play some even strength hockey.
And the Kraken looking to get their game dialed in 5-on-5. Al, looking forward to it. Thanks so much. Talk to you then for period 3.
You got it, Mikey B.
All right, Al Kaniski joining us. Ian Everett back with you next here for the third period. You're listening to the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
What's up, Kraken fans? Everett Fitzhugh here for Virginia Mason Franciscan Health. The Kraken players trust the sports medicine experts at Virginia Mason Franciscan Health to keep them performing at their best, and so can you. Whether you're playing for fun or chasing a championship, trust the same medical experts the Kraken trust to keep you on top of your game. Make a play for your health. Go to vmfh.org/Kraken to find a doctor today.
Members of LIUNA, the Laborers International Union of North America, can participate in accredited, skills-driven, competency-based technical training classes taught by highly trained and highly qualified instructors. Course topics are varied and include important topics like safety, supervision, and industry certification. This fun fact is sponsored by the Laborers, the official union partner of the Seattle Kraken. To start your career and build your skill set, text JOBS to 81411.
Hi, it's Mike Holmgren from my friends at Toyota of Kirkland. If you're looking for a Toyota certified used vehicle, stop in and see the championship team at Toyota of Kirkland today. You'll find a huge selection of Toyota certified vehicles with something for everyone and every budget. Plus, they'll pay you top dollar for your trade-in. Toyota of Kirkland does all the little things that exceed your expectations, and that's what makes Toyota of Kirkland so special. Go and experience Toyota of Kirkland in person or shop online at toyotaofkirkland.com.
Considering a feed in front, great glove save.
Time for third period action on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network. Powered by Primera Blue Cross. By Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical. Here's Everett Fitzhugh and Al Kaniski.
Well, partner, it's been a strong game for the home team so far through 40. Up 3-1. That can only mean one thing. 20 miles for 20 smiles. Give it to me. What do they got to do in the third?
Well, listen, I'd like to see them play some even strength hockey for 20 minutes. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Just talking to Mikey B about that. Sometimes referees see the game differently, and tonight they've been seeing a lot of stick work, and they want to call it all.
I think you got to take baby steps here, Al.
Yeah.
The first half of the first period.
Maybe just one penalty each.
Yeah, how about that? There you go. You can't go full on and just say no penalty.
Right.
5 seconds into period 3. We'll have a puck out of play. Faceoff will come right back to neutral ice.
Well, they've reduced Vince Dunn's night so far from 1 goal and 2 assists down to 1 goal and 1 assist, taking it away from the Kako goal. Hey, listen, his other 2 points were very good points, so we'll count them as 3 here in the booth.
I already wrote them down in the scorebook.
Yeah, it's too late.
Too late?
Can't erase it.
I'll call Gary. I'll call the league office.
We don't use pencil.
Yeah. Seattle back to the offensive zone, going left to right across your radio dial here in this third period. Trying to even up this 6-game homestand at 1-1. Lost 6-3 2 nights ago to Pittsburgh. Here's Anders Lee. Penalty coming here to the Islanders. Anders Lee drags down.
And what kind of penalty is it going to be?
This will be a hook. Another stick penalty. All right.
Kraken are 1 for 3 so far. Kraken are 1 for 3 so far in the night. This will be their 4th opportunity. Kraken looking to add to their 2-goal lead here. Face off at the New York end of the ice to the right of Sorokin.
So there were 6 combined penalties in the first. 3 combined penalties in the second. So
this is the 10th total for the game.
But also they've been cut in half each period.
Yeah.
So over under 0.5 more penalties taken here in this third period. Here's Ellie Tolvanen on the right side. Back to the blue line. Kept onside by Montour. Tolvanen near side. Siplakov intercepts that. And will punch this down the ice. Grubauer out to play it to Montour. Montour hands it back. Ellie Tolvanen through the logo. Jaden Schwartz into the offensive zone. Shane Wright will settle. Montour, right wing, off the boards. Trying to flip it down low for Kakko. And this is forced back to the neutral zone by Casey Cizikas. Now Montour again. Right wing, rims it around the boards. This goes by Wright and Tolvanen all the way down to the far corner of the Kraken zone. Grubauer comes out to play it. He'll drop it for Vince Dunn. Dunn back to Eberle. Here comes Seattle to the logo at center. Eberle, right side, picks it up off the wall to the line for Dunn. Vince Dunn across. Matty Beniers to the near side. Settled down on McCann. Still flip this to the left wing wall. Chandler Stevenson couldn't handle it. Simon Holmstrom will force this down the ice. 40 seconds left on the Seattle Kraken power play. Here McCann has the puck go off his back skate off a pass from Eberle. Now Simon Holmstrom down the left side. Matty Beniers behind the goal. Beniers to the far corner. Seattle with just 25 left on their power play. Beniers left wing into McCann. Jared McCann left side rims it around the boards. Chandler Stevenson against Casey Cizikas. Ryan Pulock pulls it off the boards, gets it out to center into the offensive zone. Cizikas, a backhand on. What a save by Philip Grubauer.
Well, puck popped up and he batted it out of the air with his stick out to neutral zone.
That's going to be your Wafed Bank save of the game. Wafed Bank proud to be an official sponsor of the Seattle Kraken. Go Kraken. Philip Grubauer turned down the shorthanded chance. Islanders back to full and back to the offensive zone. Here's Tony DeAngelo to the near corner. Matt Barzal. Near side, another penalty coming here, this time to Seattle. So over 0.5 more penalties called in this third period. We made it 3:04.
Yes.
All right. So slash.
Bill penalty number 9, 2-minute minor, slashing.
It's like stick penalty bingo. I got a full card already.
3:02. Penalty.
This will be the, wait for it, 7th power play of the game for the Islanders.
My goodness. Where's my stat pack here? How
many times have they had 7 power plays this season?
My goodness. So for the Kraken, Islanders, I'll count this up here in a second. Ryan Lindgren will clear, and now I'll count. You go ahead, partner.
Good clear by Seattle there, because we're going to have to play this back behind his net.
Kraken went 5 for 6 on the PK back on the 15th of November at home in a 4-1 win over San Jose. So this is a season-high 7 penalties taken by the Seattle Kraken. Here's Ben Myers up the right side. This one sent down the ice. Seattle with 1:22 left on their PK. Here comes Schaefer into the zone. Seattle flips it out. That's going to be Adam Larson. Now the Kraken will swing it into the offensive zone. That was Ellie Tolvanen. Matt Barzal for New York. Hands it off to Schaefer. Left wing, Duclair around the boards. Held onside, right wing by Emil Heineman. Now back to the left wing side. Near boards, Duclair will drop it off to the far side. Heineman plays it off the wall. And this one gets sent down the ice as both teams turn off for changes. 45 seconds to go on this Islander power play. New York setting up the breakout from their own zone. Into the offensive edge. Shabanov tried to toe drag Ben Myers. Puck play to the far wing side. Off the wall to the line where it's held in by D'Angelo. He'll walk to the middle. 24 to go on the Kraken PK. Shabanov right corner toward the circle. Hands it off to Anders Lee. Back to Shabanov. Looks for an option to the net. Lee knocked it down. Pokes it back up top. D'Angelo right wing side. Carries it off to the half wall. Now Shabanov. Near side, Drew M. Back to Shabanov, takes the one-timer, sends it back across for D'Angelo. Ben Myers will send it down the ice. Stevenson steps out of the box. Islanders 1 for 7 on the power play here tonight.
Just one shot on goal for the Islanders on that 7th power play of the night.
Matty Beniers back in the Kraken zone. Tonight's a season-high 7 power play game for New York.
But they've had some 5s.
They've had some 5s, no 6s.
Nope, and certainly not a 7.
Yep. Only took them 50 games to do it. Here comes Emil Heineman in for the Islanders. Callum Ritchie on the far boards. Back to Ryan Pulock. He'll walk the line down the slot through traffic. And that shot sent wide of the goal. Matty Beniers. Far circle. Lifts it down the ice. Adam Pelech. Back to collect. Pelech to Pulock. Back to Pelech. Islanders right to left through center. Into the offensive zone. Pajot drops it off to Drouin. Left wing corner. Hit off the puck by Shane Wright. Now Kaapo Kakko works it down the right side. Kakko into the offensive zone for Seattle. Puck against the boards. Adam Pelech turns it over. Kaapo Kakko back to the far side. Simon Holmstrom against Shane Wright. Dug out to Pelech. And away come the Islanders to the logo. Pelech slides it in. 13.5 to play here in this third period. 3-1 Seattle holding on. Shane Wright. Right side in for the Kraken. Near corner. D'Angelo hounding him. Here's Kaapo Kakko. Slots it around the boards. Riker Evans. A shot left circle. And that skips off of a skate. Rolls on to Sorokin, who covers it up. And we go to a timeout on the ice with 13:15 to play in this third period. 3-1 Seattle leads on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Hear the NFL Conference Championship games on SiriusXM. Sunday at 3 Eastern, the Patriots travel to Denver to face the Broncos in the AFC Championship.
Mace throws a long ball for Keyshawn Booty. Touchdown!
Then at 6:30, it's the NFC Championship as the Seahawks host the Rams.
Matthew in the gun, lobs the ball, end zone. Puka's got it. Touchdown Rams!
Find your game at SiriusXM.com/sports or search for the teams on the SiriusXM app. And after the games, get instant analysis on NFL Radio Channel 88.
Experience the pinnacle of club soccer in the UEFA Champions League on SiriusXM FC. This is the place where legends are born.
Merseyside magic from Mo Salah.
Dynasties are built.
Real Madrid do what they do best.
And history is made.
It is a night to remember for Paris Saint-Germain.
Hear the top Champions League matches all season long on SiriusXM FC 157 and the SiriusXM app.
The best player analysts and insiders live on NHL Network Radio. Mike Johnson.
Just the nature of the NHL. As bad as things seem, as good as things seem, the NHL just has a way of leveling out. Everyone is doing okay. And it's just one real clump in the middle. No one's really separating. No one's really falling off completely.
Get the latest opinion and analysis you need on the home of hockey. NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91 and the SiriusXM app.
.15 to play in the third. Everett Fitzhugh, Al Kaniski alongside. 3-1 Seattle. Kraken have just killed off their 6th of 7 penalties here tonight. You have to go all the way back for the Seattle Kraken to the 28th of March to feature a game in which the Kraken either had or took 10 penalties, either 10 power plays or 10 power plays against, and that was back on the 28th of March, 2024 against the Anaheim Ducks. Kraken were 3 for 10 on the power play that night. So that was the last time the Kraken were involved in a game that had at least 7 penalties for either side.
Was it the same referee duo? Just asking.
12:44 left here in the period. Matty Beniers skates behind his own cage. Here's Vince Dunn. This one sent up the far wall. Kraken now will drop back behind their own cage. Turning off for a line change. Here's Dunn. Vince Dunn up the left wing. Stevenson in for Cat. Down the left wing side, far corner. Stevenson in front. Tolvanen bumped it back to Cat in far circle. Kyle McLean stepped in the way. Now Cat down low. Chandler Stevenson on the right side to the point for Montour. Montour here for Alexiak. Now down the slot as Montour slide it toward the goal. And that got knocked away and slowed down. Islanders carry it out. Kyle McLean in for Callum Ritchie. Ritchie to the high slot of the offensive end. Berkeley Catton takes it away. He'll send it up the boards just out of the reach of Eeli Tolvanen. And that'll be an icing call here on Seattle.
Oh, it was a good idea by Catton there on the back check. Catches the puck just in the high slot there after it's disrupted by Jamie Alexiak. And he tried to send Tolvanen and got the puck out just a little too far in front of him.
Face off back in the Kraken defensive end. Right circle on the far side. Chandler Stevenson against J.G. Pajot. One back by Seattle. Montour around the boards. This one sent down the ice, and once again the Kraken will ice the puck, and the faceoff will come back into Seattle territory yet again.
A chance for a face-off win here by Seattle. Chance to get the puck out of their zone and off the ice. A couple extra seconds of breathing time as everybody takes their time getting back to the face-off dot.
Oh, yeah, you're in no hurry.
No. So that linesman tells me to come in. I'm not coming in.
Seattle wins this face-off. Here is Montour on the left wing. Up to the line. Eeli Tolvanen attempting to clear. It's held in by Pajot. And as I say that, Tolvanen will kick this up the side and back to the neutral zone. Seattle turning off for a line change. 11:20 to play here in the third. It's a 3-1 Seattle Kraken lead. Tony DeAngelo out for Simon Holmstrom. Holmstrom to Pajot. Drops it off. Drouin left side shot and a big right kick save by Philip Grubauer. Now Pelech far side. DeAngelo swings it left wing boards. Picked up off a carom by Drouin. Watched by Shane Wright. And Jaden Schwartz will tap this out to center. Here comes DeAngelo for Adam Pelech. Rimmed around the far side. Islanders will stop behind their cage. Now Max Siplikov. Left wing into the offensive zone for the Islanders. Riker Evans near side. Jaden Schwartz ties him up below the half wall. Puck rimmed around the high glass behind the cage. Cizikas up top. Ryan Pulock holds it onside. Carries down the boards against Shane Wright. Pulock lost his footing. Ryan Lindgren takes the puck, sends it ahead for Schwartz. And the Kraken far red line will send a bouncing puck into the near corner. Matthew Schaefer. 10-10 to play in the third. Ahead for Shabanov. Near side, Max Shabanov. In below the goal line. Cizikas against the boards. Larson for Shabanov. In behind the goal. Goodrow knocks him off the puck. Adam Larson in behind the Kraken cage. He's pushed down by Shabanov. Now Freddie Goodrow will tie him up behind the net. Seattle swings it out. Ben Myers ahead. Adam Boqvist picks it off. Below the goal line, Schaefer now for Boqvist as both teams going off for changes. 9:35 left in this third period. 3-1 Seattle. They've got the lead over the Islanders. Matt Barzal near side. The left corner is still carried behind the cage. Cizikas centering pass to McLean. Deflected off his stick. Now Pelech rather. Left circle shot hits traffic in front. Seattle failed clear. Now intercepted by Matty Beniers. Adam Larson takes over and back up to the line. Held in by Heineman. Hands it off to Matt Barzal. Matt Barzal turns away. Shot toward the net from Dunn, by Dunn. This one knocked down in front. Vince Dunn takes it away and sends it ahead against Larson. Seattle back to the neutral zone. Left wing, McCann. Looks ahead for Matty Beniers. Scotty Mayfield intercepting that pass. Now Kyle McLean down the far side sends it in. Berkeley Cat, fresh off the line change. Plays it ahead for Montour. And from the right wing side, one legs it around the boards. D'Angelo tried to clear. Kept low by Tolvanen. Now skimmed off the glass. Seattle. Turn it back to Schaefer. In for the Islanders. Matthew Schaefer couldn't hold the line. This one poked ahead. Tony D'Angelo leading Berkeley Cat into it. 8:15 left here in this third period. Anthony Duclair in over the line. Puck knocked down. D'Angelo will take it. Now Matthew Schaefer drops it back in his own zone for D'Angelo. As the Kraken complete their change. Schaefer, left circle. Had his stick lifted from behind by Tolvanen. Tolvanen slaps it out to center. Now bobbled by Boqvist. Shane Wright, a backhand toward the goal. And he couldn't pull it off his stick in time as Sorokin followed him the whole way. Islanders take the puck.
Anders Lee putting some good pressure on right from behind as well. Not enough to take a penalty, though. Excuse me, it was Mayfield.
7:35 left here in the third. Simon Holmstrom. Left corner. Puck play for J.G. Pajot. Tien Capo Caco. Fight for position against the wall. Riker Evans down low as well for the Kraken. Simon Holmstrom digs it out. Ryan Lindgren drives it hard around the kick plate. Icing waved off. Adam Pelech against Jaden Schwartz. Pelech hands it off behind him. Scott Mayfield back up to Pelech. Left wing. Islanders are in. Is still loft one toward the net. Fielded by Philip Grubauer. We'll go to a timeout. 7:02 left here in the third. 3-1 Seattle on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing. Well, Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Northwest Chevy dealer.
It's a new year, so let's make a fresh start with your finances by joining Global Credit Union and taking advantage of our budget-friendly services. Need a loan to kickstart your resolutions? You'll love our competitive rates and lower fees. Want to reduce your screen time this year? We've got you covered with neighborhood branches and a live 24/7, 365 U.S.-based call center. Say goodbye to last year's spending habits and discover your world of financial possibilities at globalcu.org. Become a member today.
With the NHL app, you can listen to every NHL game right from your phone. And with home and away broadcast feeds, you choose your way to listen. Whether you're at work, at the gym, or stuck in traffic, the NHL app puts you right in the action all season long. Every team, every game, everywhere you go. Download the NHL app and never miss a moment.
This is Jordan Eberle. You're listening to Seattle Kraken Hockey on the Kraken Audio Network.
7:02 left here in the third. Everett Fitzhugh, Alkaniski alongside. 3-1 Kraken. Let's pause for a station identification on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network. .702 to go. Seattle defensive zone faceoff coming up as they'll send Freddie Gaudreau into the left circle. Kyle McLean to the near side. Vince Dunn to the point. Barzell holds it in. He'll slap this off the far corner wall. Matty Beniers on the backhand as they'll carry it up the near side, forcing it out to center. Now Beniers followed by Duclair back inside of Seattle territory. Offside go the Islanders, and the faceoff will come back into the neutral zone with 6:42 left in this third period.
Matty Beniers trying to do a lot of work there just inside the Kraken blue line. Had Barzell and Duclair all over him and coughed the puck up, but got it right back again. Then Barzell got it back again, and finally there's a face-off just outside the Kraken blue line because it was offsides.
Face-off will be taken here by Ben Myers. Unsurprisingly, another strong game for Ben Myers here tonight. Icing call now on Seattle with 6:36 to play in the third.
Yeah, Myers with an assist on that Dunn goal there in the second period. He also hit the pipe once on one of his shots. Playing with a lot of confidence. You and I talked off air a little bit about Ryan Winterton as well, as he's played a lot with Ben Myers. Winterton has a very sneaky amount of speed. I'm not sure he even knows how fast he is. Sometimes when he gets loose in the neutral zone, he's beating defensemen, he's splitting defensemen, and I think the defensemen are surprised.
Seattle out to center off the defensive zone face-off win. Freddie Gaudreau takes the puck away as D'Angelo. Now Gaudreau down the right side. He'll send it around the boards. I believe your exact words on Winterton was, I can't wait till he realizes
how fast he is.
Just how fast he is. Matt Barzal to Duclair. Now Schaefer. Left side, Cizikas from the goal line in the corner. And Grubauer will glove that one down on a flyby.
Obviously, you got to pick your spots too, but I think he's starting to recognize when those spots happen. When it's a seam pass up the middle of the ice, out of the Kraken into the ice, when it's a cross ice pass to the neutral zone, and he's got a head of steam, turn it on. Like test these NHL defensemen, see if they can keep up with you.
And it's so fun to watch that in real time. And I'll use Berkeley Catton as an example. We've seen his game, the confidence in his game continue to improve every night, every other night, as Schaefer left side throws one toward the goal. But it's fun to watch when these players have that aha moment. And I feel like Ryan Winterton's close to having, oh, look at how fast I am.
Yeah. Wow, I'm beating an NHL defenseman.
Here's Ritchie toward the goal as Heineman from the slot will fire one off the blocker of Grubauer. He had to stretch out and get that one.
Well, he was moving to his left, and that puck came back to his right. He had to throw a shoulder out, reaching back with his blocker to make that save.
5.5 left here, period 3. Kraken ahead by a pair, 3-1. Emil Heineman near side red line. Turns through the logo. Schwartz forcing him off the far wall. Now Jaden Schwartz back to Capo Caco. Great defensive play by Callum Ritchie to keep the puck in the zone for the Islanders. Now Anders Lee to the near corner. Lee back to Ritchie to the line for Adam Pelech. Pelech, long range shot off the skate of Alexiak. Far side for Pulick. Off the end wall. Ritchie near corner. Fights off Stevenson and Montour. Puck to the line. Adam Pelech now for Ryan Pulick. His shot knocked down. Back to Pelech on the right side. Drives it around the kick plate. 4:44 left here in the third. It's a 3-1 Kraken lead. Adam Pelech, left line. Shot into the breadbasket of Grubauer. He'll hold on. We'll go to our final timeout of the night. 4:39 to play in this third period. It's a 3-1 Kraken lead on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Hi, everyone. Julie Stewart-Binks here, along with former NHLer Nate Thompson. Join us on Energy Line as we share our takes, stories, and surprise guests every week. Patrick Kane, 3-time Stanley Cup champion. Team USA head coach Mike Sullivan, 6-time Stanley Cup champion Mark Messier.
With over 800 NHL games, I know a couple guys.
Biz didn't have Twitter. No one knew who he was, so I called Whit, and I'm like, how is Biz? He was like, I'm telling you right now, you're going to hate him. Then he'll be your best friend.
Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts,
or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Ian Furness. In this hockey season, make your way over to Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Bet 3 different ways on your favorite teams at Seattle's closest sportsbook. Ticket windows, kiosks, or my personal favorite, the Snoqualmie Casino mobile app. And the new hotel is open. Book today for breathtaking views of the Cascades in Snoqualmie Valley. And not to mention the expanded non-smoking gaming floor, a destination spa, and the best spot to watch all the games, Hawks Peak Sports Bar and Grill. For more information, visit snocasino.com. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
Members of LIUNA, the Laborers International Union of North America, can participate in accredited, skills-driven, competency-based technical training classes taught by highly trained and highly qualified instructors. Course topics are varied and include important topics like safety, supervision, and industry certification. This fun fact is sponsored by the Laborers, the official union partner of the Seattle Kraken. To start your career and build your skill set, text JOBS to 81411.
This is Vince Dunn.
This is Jared McCann.
This is Ryan Lindgren, defenseman for the Seattle Kraken.
Now back to Kraken Hockey on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Back for our final 4:39 of this third period. He's Al Kaniski. I'm Everett Fitzhugh. The Kraken with a 3-1 lead over the New York Islanders, trying to take 3 of 4 points in this season series. Face off, one back by the Islanders. Here's Barzal, net empty for New York. Schaefer left side, off to the corner. Ritchie back to Schaefer at the half wall. Callum Ritchie, near side corner. Larson takes it away. Ryan Lindgren flips it off the boards, and Matthew Barzal takes it from the center circle and back down the ice. Barzal, 4:11 to play in regulation. 3-1 Seattle. Net empty for New York. Schaefer, left wing around the kick plate. Emil Heineman kept it below the goal line. Anders Lee battled Lindgren. Ryan Lindgren, Adam Larson come in for Seattle. Chandler Stevenson has the puck pinned against the boards now. Eeli Tolvanen takes it, digs it out, flips it toward the empty net. A slow rolling puck. That will be picked up by Schaefer, and the Kraken turn off for a change.
Too much backspin on that Eeli Tolvanen. Clear.
Would have been a good billiards player there. Or a nice layup in golf.
Yes, also true.
Seattle from the near corner, sliding it all the way down the ice. Misses the empty net. Jared McCann on the rebound. The puck from the left corner on the near side. Flipped down the ice. Jared McCann plays the carom off the end boards, and the Kraken will seal this one. It's a 4-1 lead with 3:28 to play in the period.
Well, design play by the Seattle Kraken, knowing that if they clear the puck and New York gets back first, it's going to be an icing call. But Jared McCann is anticipating that clear, goes hard to the far blue line, stays onside, gets to the puck first, negating the icing, puts it in the back of the net. 4-1 Kraken.
Jared McCann, his 11th goal of the season. How about this? He's got points in 10 of his last 13. Jared McCann's got points in 17 of his 25 games played this season. Here's McCann, right side. Sends it around the corner. On the far wing, left boards. Islanders tie it up on the left side, half wall. Philip Grubauer given the secondary assist on that goal. Montour the primary. 2:50 left in Seattle. Kraken on their way to snapping an 0-3-1 stretch coming into tonight. Their last win came last Monday night at MSG. Here is Cizikas. Puck knocked away by Larson. Batted up the boards. Ryan Winterton down the left side, back into the offensive zone. Sorokin still in goal for the Islanders. Pitched off the wall. Shabanov turns it over to Ben Myers. Myers far side. He'll send it around the kick plate. 2:15 left in Seattle. 25-24 shots. Kraken lead. They're +3 on the scoreboard.
Sorokin casually glancing towards the bench. I don't think you're going to see him leave his crease.
Here comes Berkeley Catton. Seattle. A broken 3-on-2. He'll drop it off to Shane Wright, right side. He'll throw one through the goal crease. Kaapo Kakko was there, and he couldn't tap it home. 1:45 and counting to play here in the third period. Riker Evans, left corner. In the defensive zone for Seattle. Berkeley Catton hit off the puck by Anders Lee. Riker Evans behind the cage. Sends it up to Jamie Alexiak. Back to the neutral zone. The Kraken will fire it down. There's Callum Ritchie. Sends it backhand ahead. Matty Beniers. Now for Ryan Lindgren. Lindgren, far circle of the Seattle zone. He'll send it up the boards. Adam Larson drives it down the ice. 65 seconds left in regulation. Scott Mayfield in the defensive end for the Islanders. Below the goal line for Adam Boqvist. Last minute of play here, period 3. Kraken lead by 3. It's 4-1. Adam Larson. Now for Ben Myers, left wing. He'll enter the zone, fire it down the far boards. Puck will cut to the near corner. Mayfield off the wall. Kyle McLean now for Shabanov. He'll find Casey Cizikas. Driven to the right wing corner. Riker Evans plays it off the boards on the goal line for Alexiak. He'll toss ahead for Gaudreau. And now Ben Myers. How about the fourth line? Once again back on the ice to wrap up this game for Seattle. Casey Cizikas to McLean. At the red line, we'll roll it ahead. Jamie Alexiak. Far corner, 10 seconds to play in the third. Seattle back home will get their first win in Game 2 of this 6-game homestand on a backhand shot far wing from McLean. Shoulder down by Grubauer, and there's the Kraken allow the game's first goal. They didn't score 4 in a row to pick up the win over the Islanders by a 4-1 score. They snap a 4-game skid at 0-3-1, and for the time being, get back in a playoff position.
Yeah, good solid win for the Kraken tonight. You know, great starts are when you keep the team off the scoreboard. They gave up that first goal, but they battled to get it back, left the first period tied at 1. I would say that was a better start for the Kraken tonight, but they end up with the win. That's what's most important.
We'll go to a timeout, come back with more after this on the Global Credit